Hey, what's up? Welcome to another energy update here at Boeing 13. How are you doing? Let's get it going. All right, so it's autumn, and nature is saying bye bye. I had a good run. See you later. Winters. Yeah. All right, I'm just gonna get into it and close my eyes, welcome you, and start channeling if it's possible. So whatever comes up, light language, cosmic truths, talking about aliens, mental health, basic psychology, channeling current lessons that we're magnetizing on a mass level and on a personal level. All those things are invited to come through. And the breath, of course, and all right. All right. So I'm just gonna check in and see what comes out and see what comes up. So we're gonna keep it real. We're gonna keep it nice and tidy and presentable, representable. We're gonna stay in our lane and make it work. Stay in the productivity of it all. Yeah. Yeah, I'm picking up on some animals, some sheeps. Cats, bulls. I do have a lot of bull energy with me. I am collaborating with bulls. Not the matador, but the bull. I am seeing red a lot, and I am letting that anger out whenever possible. And it seems that this rage that is coming up, it's sometimes cause for guilt in a personal reflection setting where you've done something that is aggressive, then you regret it. That's the program that is so available, especially for people that have like an inferior complex, inferiority, especially after having magnetized narcissists and sociopaths or the likes of narcissistic people, and just sitting in it, dealing with that for forever, because I do have both aspects. Like I have narcissism, I have inferiority, I have the in between, and then there's this learning curve that is kind of like a stock or like a sign that just keeps visiting the poles of a nexus point spectrum channel, whatever that means, Okay, we're opening up the throat. We're activating the throat here. Okay. Yeah, all right. Okay. Let's just keep the chatterbox going, and move the energies, whatever feels natural. It's just that I need this to be relatable to some, and part of me does not even want to post this. You know why? Because of the inferiority, because of this process of like activating this huge practicality when it comes to like touching, moving the actuality and the upper layers of energetic work. And there is so little relatability in that landscape, and there are so many incoming bombs and bullets and parasites and programs coming in. And then there's this, aftermath of having failed and like furthering this depression, like, oh, I didn't do it right. Oh, I'm not ready. And then it's like, yeah, that's right, you're not ready. You better, stick to your guns, and shame on you. It's like, I just feel, especially during these Halloween times, I don't know if there's a lot of programmings flying around or being fueled or generated or whatever, but it's nice that they're coming out. It's just that, reacting to them can be volatile sometimes, especially if you're a sensitive being and you're like, there's so much, there's a lot of anger. And if you're experiencing a lot of anger, that's okay. It's okay. It's like, for me personally, I'm just going to speak for myself. And I'm saying right now that it seems like there are these stabbing energies trying to stab at the awakening, stabbing, because it has to do with power and influence. Some people are trying to influence us, and some people are trying to stab us and bring authority in. It's reprogramming. It's like keeping the reality of now alive. It's like this program of it's good enough, So utility and futility. So futile energies has to do with inferiority, lack mentality, I do not deserve this. And then there's bitterness and anger that fuels status quo of that programming and releases the good feelings that is natural, that is available, and it seems to be operating at a lower octave than is possible. So that has to do with, yeah, I don't even want to say. It's getting very private, there's this feeling of things becoming too private, but it's also this opportunity to look at all the stuff from the past that became too private. And now we're looking at it again like, oh shit, it's becoming too private. We can't talk about it. So what is it exactly that we can't talk about, It's shame, it's programming. It seems to be like you need to be authentic in order to get to the point where you're granted the next challenge. So yeah, clarity. I'm inviting clarity back in, and I hope that I can help some of you guys watching this simply by daring to represent flow in the now. And based off of my own progress reports, I am currently an extremely evolved being. So it's like this, I'm tooting my horn and opening up these new levels of lies or not lies, but intricacies and convolutions within family contracts, entanglements. And this is a universal transmission because I do represent a collective. It's just that they're far away. They're not necessarily benefited from staying in close proximity, because that would create a force field of purity that would attract an immense amount of problems. And it seems like this prison feeling is quite real. And I can hear people saying, no, it's not true. It's like this inner protector, this alpha retarded alpha energy that much deserves to exist. It's just that I'm not sure if that energy is the best energy to reign supreme in our sovereign awakening, because of a resistance, I guess, to hurt, of old hurt that has to do with how we're treating animals. So however you're treating animals, I'm not judging any of that. I'm just experiencing that I am struggling with the way that I'm treating animals, you know, and it seems to be this constant, you know, guilt programming that comes in through whatever creak and crack that exists in your life. It's like, okay, so I'm being presented with all this guilt, and if my vantage point, if my impression, if my like ocular viewpoint is that of innocence, if I am looking through innocence, out through innocence, I am claiming that without commanding it. I'm just like, you know, allowing myself to escape that fear programming, recognizing that, you know, I'm okay with me, come what may. And I'm still, you know, because I've, you know, I'm sacrificing my life for the most part of all of my choices in life at certain junctions in time. I'm like, I'm willing to die for this. I'm willing to die for that. I'm willing to die for this. I'm willing to die for that. I'm willing to die for this. It's like, yeah, so death is now being acquainted with my human issues. And then death comes in and provides a perspective that has to do with power, that has to do with time, that has to do with divinity, that has to do with punching holes through the reality levels of a living experience, because I'm a living experiencer. I'm living this, but I'm inviting in the results of death constantly, even before a, you know, physical death. So it's like I explained to a friend of mine here the other day. I was like, all right, so death is sort of like an induction heat plate that is in your kitchen. So when the kettle is placed on that induction, the magnetism that is created, you know, when you put that shit on max, is sort of like accepting death, because you're accepting death, and then there's this friction happening, and the heat is boiling up whatever is in your pan, in your kettle. So you're choosing yourself what kind of food or what kind of stuff you want to put in there, or if you just want to dry heat it and, you know, make it melt or burn, or if you want to make something out of it, if you want to create fusion, you know, there's a lot of results coming out of that. I'm not going to get into a metaphor, but I'm going to, you know, open up to that understanding in a practical sense, however that may magnetize. I'm inviting that because it's a good example and I like food. But anyways, it's like creating that induction magnetism, that heat frequency, that you're basically heating up the matter. That's what I'm trying to say, because you're allowing something transcendental, something transformative. You're allowing something eternal, something cyclically mature to come in and teach you, and to teach the world, and to allow you to operate within a certain level of truth. And we're moving into Scorpio, we're moving into Halloween. It's like, this is the time to prepare for, you know, January. This is the time to prepare for our Capricorn season coming in. This is the time to accept and to study and to allow and to forgive and to respect and kind of like handle these horrible things. And we don't have to positive manifest our way into another failure, but we can accept these cosmic truths that are coming in. This is not necessarily a man you're looking at that is intuiting and explaining things on a detailed level that has to do with, like, I don't know, clearance, or that has to do with, like, I'm not providing the answers that you're gonna get. There's gonna be a constant feeling of okay, this guy is deceptive, this guy is untrustworthy, this guy is not worthy, this guy is has done something terrible, this guy is dangerous, this guy is misguided, this guy is misguided. It's like, you know, I'm at the bottom of the rope here. I'm at the bottom of the well. You know, I am looking for not necessarily destruction, but I'm looking for creation on a destructive level. Because in this binary sense of inviting in cosmic truths, I'm just, you know, risking a lot, and I'm punching through so much that I'm going to experience things that are completely unrelatable. And in that unrelatableness, I am being granted, it seems, yeah, all right. So I'm being granted this, like, stamp. It's like, I feel like this army person that just, you know, instead of getting that Purple Heart for my service to my country, I'm getting, you know, Job's book. I'm being thrown in the dungeons. I'm being, you know, tortured by the devil. And God is like, yeah, just go ahead. Do whatever you want. Let's see if he breaks, you know? And there's this theme, like you can go all the way up until this point, but no further. So I'm like experiencing this Jobs book experience, like I'm being humiliated, I'm being stamped, I'm being attacked, I am being shamed, I am being trained, I am being moved. And then there's this feeling of, all right, this is not a fair fight. There's no, jurisprudence here. There's no ethical normalities here. There's only this feeling of injustice, cosmic injustice that has to do with every day I'm like, this is not fair. How is this fair? This is not fair. This is not, how can you, and then there's this sound that sounds like this. No, wait, I got it. Wait, I got it. It seems like that sound is coming in, but to be honest, it feels like this natural telepathic cry or energy that has to do with the grace, which is a cosmic race that is, experienced and channeled and documented and shunned and fought and locked into Pandora's box and hidden away, and now Pandora's box is opening back up. Pandora's box is opening back up, but I'm not gonna say that we've got the tools in order to handle that shit, but I like that Pandora's box. Like, yeah, would I open it? Part of me is like, yeah, sure, let's go, let's fucking go, we got this. And the other part of me is like, no, don't do it, we're not ready. Because I don't feel supported, I don't feel, necessarily divinely supported in a sense. I just feel like I am sacrificing a lot, and that's why I'm being granted so many miracles and such a deep understanding. And if I look back at my life and think about, like, would I choose to be caught back and trapped into whatever lie this reality is, I would say no. I would like to choose this incredible pain and suffering and helplessness instead of, I would love to know what's what instead of, experiencing that. But I feel like a lot of people, they're not oriented towards that because I don't know why, but it seems like it has to do with health. It seems like a human thing. It's like you get really sick and then you'll do whatever it takes to get well. And in that space, you are able to allow yourself to believe in the impossible because you're looking for a miracle. People that aren't looking for a miracle, they aren't necessarily waking up. And then, in the grand scheme of things, what does it really matter? Because you can just incarnate until you're done. Whereas I've probably done that a lot, or I haven't done that at all, and I'm coming in here with another energy, and it's like solitude, I'm alone. I talk to people about these things, and at some point during the conversation, parasites and programs and conditionings are coming in, and there's sabotaging and understanding that is between us because my level of experience has now surpassed their capacity for cognition. So they're experiencing cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance is the same thing as programs coming in. It's like a virus. It's like live sentient energies coming in, and they're basically doing whatever they want with us based off of voluntary and involuntary agreements in time and space, And then there's this feeling of dignity that I need to come back to because I want to experience dignity, and I feel like a lot of people aren't treating themselves with dignity. And I bet a lot of my guides, whoever they are looking at me and they're like, holy shit, this is taking a while. And I'm looking at everybody else and I'm like, oh my God, this is taking a while. But Do I have a problem with time? Yes and no. But I love that moment when I like realize that I have a problem with time, and I'm like, holy shit. I need to calm down, because there's always a way out. There's always another, like, no matter how painful it gets, you can always, just experience death. And I would love to be, yeah, and now there's programs coming in right now. They're coming in right now. And this has to do with, yeah, it's coming in here. So there's a line here and here that's going straight down here. So there's this, here is that expression center. And I could just feel like they're coming in. It's this, like, you can say certain things, but this is not one of those things that you can say. So there's a hold on the vocals here, and the thing is that it's not mine, it's yours. One of you is, or someone in this environment is providing that program, because it has been shut down, and it's something that's forged in order to close down an energy center that is of great value. So just okay. We're gonna feel into that. All right. I'm just allowing that Kundalini sometimes I'm just, helping it, nudging it in order to kickstart it. And then it's like, it does come alive if it's available, if it's there. Just close your eyes and see if you get any visuals in this. And we're gonna try and bring in that light language within the parameters of dignity. This is nothing dangerous. Just close your eyes if you feel drawn to that, and just experience that. There might something might come in that is a visual or just a feeling of safety or of ancient something. Okay. Like I said, this is a civilized presentation. This is all natural, not forced. This is allowed. This is okay. Fotstall fitstick ethalarnd hund tukuf bae. Thanst Ashtalafui. Okay. Okay. It wants to go louder. It wants to like explode, but I'm holding it back because I'm not in a space where that's okay right now. So, okay. All right. Okay. I love you. 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 Stufmal ha. Okay. So we're gonna we're gonna close it off. Thank you. So this is what we're doing. We're bringing in this multi-dimensionality that was already there, that is already always there, but it's like we're opening it up. It's like it was accessible all this time because you can see everything organically wherever you are. It's just that we're putting ourselves in a situation where we're just like turtles getting into that stream of that coast stream, underwater stream that is allowing us to travel into a presentation that is like that thing that was right in front of your nose the whole time. And yeah. Like I said, this is such a civil moment. This is such a tribal mentality. This is such a careful, caregiving, safe presentation that is meant to open up something divine. But it's the connotation, it's the label, it's the shame, it's the responsibility, it's the hierarchy, the caste system, the lower layered presentation without the energetic copy. This is the resistance, the destruction without the creation. So I need, my future self need to understand this. It's okay. This is okay. It's real. It's divine. It's something that is completely natural. It's something that happens to you. It's something you're going through. It's something that you don't necessarily need to feel entitled to. But my astrology is pointing towards Capricorn in a detrimental sense because my I am a cusp. Leo, Cancer ascendant. So I am also a cusp Capricorn and Aquarian descendant. So being a cusp, Aquarian, and Capricornial descendant incarnate on a soul level means that one of the biggest challenges in my life is to probably understand that these credentials in society are yours at this level of value to them. So it's like I need to understand who's the director, who's appointed what, and what does it mean? What's the actuality of the functioning of whatever position that people are holding in office, in society, within structures, within systems, within sections, within institutions, and just like look at it all and just like, okay, I accept that these institutions are filled with these representative roles, and they mean that, and they have this authority. It's like accepting society the way it is. So that's my detriment, but it is also my trajectory on an ascending level, because mastering and handling and not being afraid of hell and Satan and Lucifer and all these nightmarish energies and all these incredibly scary energies, mastering them is breaking the matrix, moving into the patrix, which is probably just another equivalent of, I don't know, a peaceful robotic future. But healing feminine cosmic ancient wounds is asked for here. So we're getting into co-creation with Source here, asking for forgiveness and healing of the integration of animals, also forgiving and understanding that creation is an experiment on so many levels, and yeah, it's not necessarily boring. It's just that it's so profound and unrelatable, and sometimes when you get to those points where it's like, oh shit, we're getting somewhere. I love that point, because it means that the parasites are coming in and making us tired, trying to make us forget, trying to come in like wipe out. It's like those people that are just brushing that front line of the curling ball that people are releasing on the in those lanes, those icy lanes with their shoes and their Olympic stuff. I don't know what that's called or what to tell you about that. It's just like this. I think it's called curling, and the guys that are preparing, like, here's the ball, it's sliding across the ice, and here's some guy brushing that field, cleaning that field right in front of it so that it can slide more smoothly towards the goal, all dependent on how much vector speed that it's holding. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but anyways, It's so interesting. I was at a party the other day and I was talking about astrology with some person, and they were saying, I don't believe in astrology, but blah, 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 blah. And she was saying, I don't believe in astrology because of blah, 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 blah. And I was like, yeah, that's her experience. And my experience is that I believe in astrology because of blah, 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 blah. But her programming was so wound up within her like social circuitry that whatever came in was this huge tidal wave of noise from this, you know, pregame. Like this, people were getting drunk and whatever. I don't drink, but I was just there because of loyalty, and I love those. I love these people, and I need to socialize, you know. But it was so fascinating the level of programming that she was holding, and she was like, she started to like, because she didn't want to hear what I had to say, like, because I was saying that my awakening to astrology came with the moon, because every time the moon was in a certain sign, people with their sun sign in that moon positioning would come in and say, hi Martinez, hello, I'm a Capricorn, I'm a Taurus, I am a Sagittarian. I was like, where's the moon? Oh, it's always like boom, boom. I was like, there's something to this astrology. Anyways, I was trying to tell her that, and I was like, I told her like, that's it. That's all that I needed to say, and she was like, and I told her that, you know, can we just like switch subject, because this is a program, and I was pointing at all of our friends talking like, they were like going insane, like the volume was just like boom, 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 and I told this new girl like, can we switch subjects, because this is a program and they will calm down if we can talk about something else. So, and I said that, and she accepted that, and she was like, okay, what do you want to talk about? And I was like, just anything, just whatever. And we were talking about music, and I was like, yeah, I love to play the piano, you know, and blah, 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 blah. And I could see her like, yeah, I don't believe in programs or astrology, but they are calming down, and it's still unrelatable to him, but it doesn't matter, because now I don't have to feel afraid or disrespected, or I don't have to feel like I'm being asked to believe in impossible things. And I don't want to experience, you know, being kicked out of this tribe because I love my friends and they're not ready and I'm not ready. And I'm like, that's okay. Let's just, you know, let's just not talk about it anymore. Because if I were to continue talking about astrology, she would be like, oh, her phone would ring, and she would like, I gotta go to the bathroom, or someone would come in like, hey, do you want to go to the bathroom? I need to talk to you. Or she would be rude and be like, you know, looking just, right, okay, who's not him that I can focus on, you know? But she was very polite. She was very polite, and that's not usually the case with people. People are just like unconscious. So maybe that's a nice little rounding off tip, like to ask people when the programs are kicking in, like, let's just change the subject, because this way we were able to have a conversation without all the excuses. And I think that is part of a new hack that is going to crack the matrix, because we're looking at symbiotic, angelic, light body, collaborational coexistence with higher functioning life forms in the long run. And then we have a feminine wound that says we're not allowed to co-create with other living organisms beyond the male-female union. And if we go anywhere beyond that, we're looking at another extinction or another insane era of just incredible soul-crushing pain. So it's like this cradling or taking care of and loving life is so important. But there is a huge collective feminine manifestation agenda that has to do with destruction and fear and holding back and not necessarily helping out, because we're talking about cosmic creatures that are coming from all over the galaxies, and they're here with their shit agenda, and they're full of shits, and they've always been that, and they're not helping, and blah 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 blah. And we're not necessarily talking about all the resistance existing in Earth, in the layered existence of whatever is on top of us. And it's all available in organic matter. I feel like an infomercial here. Like, so you can turn to page 63 and you will find that there are, whatever. Yeah. So on a last note, don't take shit from anyone, and try and open up organic matter through the body if you can, and allow yourself to get into this acceptance of whatever is coming through you as you opening up. You're trying to open up a moment. That's what I want you to try. Try to open up a moment. Open up. It's like some people are like, you have to eat every second of live as if you're never gonna, seize the day. But that's all good, but it's not instructional. And people are fucking crying, dying, fighting for simple instructions. And it's like, yeah, just open up the moment. Why haven't anyone told me that, I've never heard anyone tell me that. And it's just like a couple of words. It's so simple, and it's the right key to actually oh, God help us. Yeah. All right. All right. Well, bless you. Blessings to you. And, thank you for being here. Peace out. I love you. Mwah. Bye.